Hello everybody. This is Shan. I am here with a game on GSL Daybreak. It's going to be a ZVZ, and that is a nice little rhyme right there. Unfortunate for me. Oh my god, I just rhymed again. Oh well, it is going to be a ZVZ. Here in the top right corner we have XoxoHolic, who is a Zerg, won a ZVT to get to the quarterfinals. And in the bottom left corner we have Raegeki, who also won this time a TVZ to get into the quarterfinals. He has been playing very well in this tournament, which is obviously why he is here. Both players have battled long and far through three rounds of opposition to get to where they are right now. This is the Zeke North American Daily, Friday, November 4th, 2011, and of these two players, one of them is going to go to a semifinal, which is going to decide whether they can go to the weekly tomorrow. There are some dailies played, and then the top two players from each daily in the week gets to go to the weekly tournament. The 12 barracks going down for Raegeki, and yeah, ordinarily I would have a co-caster here. His name is Penguin. He's a good friend of mine. But for now, he is stuck in a 1v1 in a tense ZVZ. Raegeki played a fairly exciting best of one with a fellow who also had very good mechanics, very good macro, and just managed to have that marine control to pull him ahead in that game, and just managed to pull ahead, managed to take that series of one and get to where he is now. That was Raegelic's game. Meanwhile, XoxoHolic, I did not see his series that he played to get here, but I can't imagine he played badly, because otherwise, you know, otherwise he wouldn't have won, right? Anyway, so XoxoHolic going to be putting down a fairly fast extractor, getting drones basically. Yeah, not very much going on in this small section of the game. A fast wall off, definitely a good idea. It looks like he's gearing up to take a fairly fast expansion, and that looks like what he's going to do. And he has those 400 middle things. He's going to put down a really fast expo, and that's going to give Raegeki a good economic edge. Meanwhile, the spawning pool is still going down. This is indeed a fairly late spawning pool, and looking like both players looking to drone up very hard. So yeah, you got the natural casting and natural castings, Freudian slip. Meanwhile, you got Raegeki just dropping those mules, getting ready for a nice long macro game. As you know, I love macro games. However, my voice does not, but that is okay because it is still fun. Spinecrawler going up here in the natural, maybe a little bit premature. Not going to be seeing any early aggression from Raegeki. Here's something I do like, is the Overlord placement. Very good Overlord placement, making that Spinecrawler a little bit unnecessary, in my honest opinion. I don't know if he really needs that there, because he will have plenty of time during the move out to get that Spinecrawler up. But he has already put it up, so it is too late to second guess that decision. So yeah, link speed going down, and that has become very popular in all matchups. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I will be sure to mute that for my next cast. Yeah, that's basically become very popular among Zergs, is to get that really fast link speed in all matchups, because link speed is very good for early game map control, and I think the key to link speed is capitalizing on it, getting those mobile links, having them all across the map, and that is actually what he's doing. Using an SCV on the watchtower, he does give up some mining time, but map vision is very good to have. And yeah, let's check out the tech. Getting a second factory, and he's getting a tech lab, so he may be going for, yes he is, he's going to be going for some blue flame play. It would seem that is exactly what he is researching, a Hellion out. So it looks like this Spinecrawler will have a job to do after all. a very good placement of the Evo chamber, forcing Hellions to go this way. Maybe he might put a little structure here, maybe a spine crawler, or have his queen on full position. Something quirky like that will really help protect against those Hellions. You might want to wall off this ramp right here. But always good to have that nice. Yeah, I feel like the spawning pool behind the mineral line is sometimes a little vulnerable to drops. Very early game, it does make it harder to scout. Meanwhile, actually going to lose that overload, a pretty bad loss for XoxoHolic, but he is on the ball. He is not quite supply blocked, and that is actually going to be a very good break for him. So the Hellions moving across the map. Looks like Infernal Preigniter is just about to finish. They are going to scout the potential fourth, but not much going to happen there. Meanwhile, the third going up, and is he Maynarding any drones? He is not going to be moving any drones across, and it looks like these Hellions just going to bide their time until the upgrade's complete. And now the upgrade is complete. Let's see if he decides to maybe take some damage on his Hellions. It looks like he's not willing to do so, but he is going to take some damage there. Didn't get enough in return, and because at this point in the game, you just don't have those repairs handy. Let us see what the Hellions can do. I feel like the Hellion contain play is really unuseful. We're going to roast a drone there. That is always nice, and not going to have to give up anything. But he's going to have to micro around this queen. If he can actually take out the queen, that's going to be really huge. Taking out quite a few Zerglings, but they're going to be able to get us around. That is not good, and they're doing so much damage to these Hellions, and he's only killing Lings, and he's actually lost a Hellion. Going to be reinforcing here, but the Banelings, he has to micro against the Banelings, which shouldn't be too tough, but at the same time he does have to macro. And he's going to lose so many Hellions, and that is such a huge loss for Raegeki, not getting enough drone kills. Can he line them up? He is lining them up, doing his best to retroactively make up for losing so many Hellions, but he's only killing Lings here, not killing enough drones, and he's actually very much justifying the cost of those Lings, and not justifying the cost of his Hellions, and that's actually really bad. And let's see what's going on in the bases while these Hellions are trying to lock down the main. He is denying mining, but that is trivial compared to the fact that that he doesn't have his own third up, and these bases are saturated. Meanwhile, the saturation not quite where it could be in the bases of Raegeki, but still very good. Meanwhile, he is losing Hellions by the... Oh my goodness, Hellions by the bundle. He's losing them so fast. That Hellion control not where it needs to be. Let's check out the units lost tab. Oh my god, so many units lost. Oh wait, sorry, I was actually misreading that totally. But he's actually lost 14 Hellions, which is so big. Think of it, every 56 Lings lost for what's his name? For XoxoHolic is a single Hellion loss, and look at that. He has definitely the lead in resources lost, but he has lost so many Hellions, and only for 4 workers killed. I don't know if that is actually worth it. But he has killed a lot of Lings, so I guess that is good. But it's also good for XoxoHolic because he has also justified the cost of those Lings by losing them inadvertently. Meanwhile, the Spire actually just about finishing. That is actually a very early Spire, very early Lair Tech, and it looks like that Lair Tech is actually going to be quite a bit of help, considering that the Thors are actually massing up. So not really. It's a very strange. Like he is going Hellion Thor, so he's going a very heavy mech sort of build. And this actually could be very effective against those Mutas. Already at 0-1, and he doesn't actually have any upgrades on his flyers quite yet. Getting a Mutalisk out, but he needs to do some really good magic boxing in order to be able to take out these Thors. Catching some Hellions out of position, very good for XoxoHolic, but he's going to run into some Thors fairly soon, and he's going to realize I need either a much higher Muta count, or I need to start changing up my tech. This is actually a very interesting sort of standoff between the two, And if you look at the health on the Mutalisks, XoxoHolic doing a very good job of keeping his mutas alive. They will regenerate their health over time. XoxoHolic needs to figure something out to take out those lings. He's going to have to get that high tech fairly fast, in my honest opinion. Get some Broodlords, maybe some Adrenal Glands. That will really help. But Banelings as well, very, very good against. No, he doesn't want to engage here. Not quite on the ball with his Muta Micro. He's going to lose quite a couple of Mutas. And Banelings on creep going to be very good against Hellion Thor. If he can micro it right. I feel like he's engaging just at the length where he can actually lose his Banelings and then sort of like choosing not to engage. I don't know what he's doing there. Meanwhile, these Overloads going to be taken out, and that is actually quite big because it really, really cripples Zerg's production ability. And now he's going to be supply blocked if he loses it, and he is not going to lose it. A very, very, very good break for XoxoHolic. Still going to be supply blocked, but not as badly as it could be. The Hellion's going to run in, going to try and get some pot shots maybe off on these drones, but that Spine Crawler not going to allow that. Not going to go for that, actually. Good call from... Meanwhile, losing a lot of mutas. Oh my goodness, he lost so many mutas, and the Banelings are just not doing enough damage, it would seem, and just so slowly, and there's the GG, and XoxoHolic just going to be taken out of this game very quickly. I don't know what XoxoHolic could have done there. That was a very funky build from Raegeki, and that was a very quick 1-0 in this series. And I guess I really have nothing to say about that. I really, really don't know don't understand what just happened there. So we're just going to go straight on to game number 2, and I will be back in just a few minutes. I am Shan. Please stay tuned.